Hello dear viewers, a very warm welcome to our channel. It's very good to have you here. In this video we're going to have a look at how to repair and replace a leaky wheel cylinder. As you can see, there is a brake fluid leak on the rear of the tire. You can see there on the tire there is lots of leakage. This is caused by a brake fluid leak from one of the wheel cylinders or both. We're going to find out which one is leaking when you open it. And we noticed it is a brake fluid leak because the master cylinder brake fluid level is running low. That is how we figured it out. Well, similar symptoms can be seen, similar leakage can be seen from a wheel bearing leak also if the differential fluid is leaking. But now because the master cylinder oil level is running low, we are sure it is a brake fluid leak. Go ahead and remove the drum from the wheel. There you have it. That is the leakage. See, there is a leakage dripping. Even you can see a brake fluid dripping from the wheel cylinder. The brake shoes are soaked in brake fluid. The leading shoe is almost gone. So we are going to clean this and replace this. We are doing this maintenance operation on pickup 1998 Isuzu KB pickup. It's a double cabin pickup, so we'll be working on the rear wheel of the truck. Let's go ahead and remove the return springs. Once the return springs are removed, then we'll go ahead and remove the hold down assembly and the entire brake calip. The entire brake shoe has to be removed. So it has been dripping for a long period. As you can see, it has made sludge. So this requires thorough cleaning. It's a very easy task really. If you want to do it by yourself, you can have the vehicle lifted up, then remove the drum. If you have some hand tools, it's an easy task. Just remove the hold down assembly. Once you remove the hold down assembly, you can remove the brake shoes from the backing plate. Once that is removed, you can detach the parking brake spring linkage, and then it's easy to go. Leading shoe can easily be removed. And for the trailing shoe, disconnect the parking brake linkage assembly. For this, simply pull the spring to one side, and then the linkage can be removed from the cable. Yank it out. It might resist a little. You have to make sure that the spring is pulled to the right. Then you can yank it out. Then once that is done, let's go ahead and see what is going on in here. The wheel cylinder that is leaking is right here. The piston is leaking, so obviously the seal must have been damaged. Let's go ahead and examine the status of the seal. Once the piston is removed, there is lots of fluid leakage dripping from the wheel cylinder. It's a good idea to plug it with something. Now we have used a plastic rag to prevent it from leaking. As you can see, the wheel cylinder seal is not in good shape, so it requires replacement. You can see if the seal is damaged, you can see a deformation on one side. See this deformation? It is a clear indication that the seal has now lost its rigidity, and therefore it will keep on flexed. It's not returning, that the spring nature will be gone. So that's why we have lots of leakage on this side. It's a very easy fix. Once the wheel cylinder is removed, you can replace these seals. Seals are extremely cheap. You can remove the seal and replace. This is how it is done. Putting it in is a little challenging. You can use a rope, some kind of thread to install it. See, yank, push it in place. It's a little tough because the rubber is a little thick and rough. This way you can install it. Done. Once installed, make sure that it is all sitting properly. You can use a little lubrication for ease of installation. So here you see the new seal installed on the wheel cylinder piston. We will do the same for the other wheel cylinder piston as well. So there are two. Now because the brake shoe lining was gone, especially the leading was almost finished, we sent the brake shoes to a machine shop, and now new brake shoes are installed. So we will be installing new brake shoes. Once you disassemble calipers, brake shoes like so, make sure that you do all the maintenance required at once. Now the ones that was soaked in brake fluid, it is not of good use. It's a good idea to scrape it off and replace new brake shoes. For the brake shoes to slide, apply some grease on the backing plate contact surface for the brake shoes. Once the grease is applied, the brake shoes can easily slide. Otherwise, if it is dry, it might become a little bit noisy when brake is applied. Go ahead and install dust boot, and then install the wheel cylinder pistons on either side. Don't forget the spring in between. Once this is done, then install the boot. That will be followed by reinstalling the entire brake shoe, return spring, adjuster, and all that assembly, including the parking brake linkage as well. So you see us here installing the brake boot, parking brake linkage, just like a reverse of installation. Push the spring to one side and then install it on the linkage. Once that is done, install the trailing side brake shoe and install the hold down assembly. Insert the pin for the hold down assembly. The lower spring set is to be followed, and then spring, and finally the upper spring set. Align it and then install the hold down assembly. Once the hold down assembly is installed, then it's an easy fix. After that, you will be fixing the return springs and the adjustment assembly. Reinstallation is really easy. You can use your bare hand in order to push it down and then install the upper spring set. Make sure the brake shoe is fixed inside the slot on the wheel cylinder piston, so that it will sit properly in place. When the whole assembly get assembled, it will keep it in place. The spring, the entire hold down assembly and the spring will keep it in place. So don't worry if it is not aligned now. Just go ahead and install the hold down assembly for the leading shoe as well. Once it is open, make sure that you clean the entire backing plate assembly. As you can see now, it is cleaned. Previously, lot of leakage and lot of dirt and lots of contamination was there. Now it is clean. And make sure that the brake shoes, they are both dry. And little sanding will help generate good friction. So whenever you are installing new brake shoes, just sand it with a rough sandpaper, just a little touch. That will help in ensuring good coefficient of friction between the drum and the brake shoe. Now that the hold down assembly is installed, go ahead and install the springs. Return springs are there, one on the lower side and one on the upper side. You can use a screwdriver for installing this. Just make sure that you are placing it in the right place. Don't interchange holes. You can use a screwdriver for guiding the spring, and then you can slide it on the screwdriver and keep it in place. Go ahead and install the upper retracting spring and the star adjuster. Star adjuster can be installed ahead of time, or once you install the lower spring, you can still install the star adjuster. It will keep it in place. Once the spring and the hold down assembly is there, it will keep it in place. For this, usually keep the star adjuster on the lower setting, on the lowest setting, because now we are installing new brake shoes. That has to be kept in the lowest setting. Let's go ahead and install the upper return spring. Then return spring can be inserted on one side. You just insert it in the hole, and the other guide it with a screwdriver. Screwdrivers are very handy when it comes to installing spring if you don't have a spring plier for brake shoes. That's it. Now once this is in place, make sure that the parking brake adjusting mechanism is working nice. Then go ahead and install the drum. And when you install the drum, it should be light fit. When you rotate the drum, you should hear some contacting of the drum and the brake shoes. It should not be very rigid. It should not be holding it much, but you should hear a slight friction between the drum and the brake shoe, and rotate it in the forward and reverse direction. So if you see it moving and a little friction is there, then you are good to go. Reinstall the wheel, bleed the brake system, and then you are good to go. Well, dear viewers, that is all we have for you in this video regarding how you can easily replace leaky brake wheel cylinder piston, wheel cylinder seal, and then how you can reinstall it. If you like this video, please smash the like button. If you are new to this channel, do subscribe, turn on notifications so that you will be the first to get notified whenever we come up with another video. Until then, stay safe.